Hello everyone. It is super bright out, so I am gonna have to wear sunglasses for this little chat because I have papers here and they're just way too bright to look at without some sunglasses. So I have something really awesome and amazing that I want to share with you guys. You might have seen it before in some of my other videos. I've talked about specifically with the Passion Planner. This table is hot. I've talked about it before and shown my habit tracker. And a couple of you have asked me to share where I got it from. And at one point I did put a link in, but evidently it wasn't. A couple of people said that they couldn't find it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link. As soon as I start recording, people get loud outside. I'm going to put the link or the website down in the description bar, and you can go and look at the website that this is created on. If you do a search for, what do they call it? It is not called a habit tracker. It is called an ideal routine work. What is it? Let me see the actual. Ideal Day Tracker. So if you do a search for Ideal Day Tracker, you should be able to find this specific book. It's actually like an ebook that Mom's Small Victories created, and I highly recommend getting the ebook. So I'm actually going to walk you through. I just saw a wasp. My husband got stung by a wasp yesterday, so definitely keeping my eyes open. So I want to walk with you guys through this little workbook and share why I love it so much. So the workbook, okay, and I know I'm all over the place, but that's just who I am. If you go to the website and you cannot find the workbook, if you will email the person, I cannot remember her name. If you will email her, I'm sure she would be happy to send you the workbook, but I'm pretty sure you can still find it on the website. I continue to print out the Ideal Day Tracker from the original email that she sent me that had this workbook in it. And this was last year, because last year was the first year I did the Passion Planner. So without rambling anymore, let me show you. So this is what it looks like. Craft Your Ideal Routine Workbook and Tracker. And I loved this workbook. I go through it every year. Well, this is my second year doing it. And what she has you do, so on the first page, there's 15 questions to ask yourself to craft your ideal day. And she has all these different questions, and they're great to either journal through in your journal, or you can do what I did, which is just fill out different little things on the actual page. It looks messy because I have messy handwriting, but it is what it is. So as an example, are you an early bird or a night owl? What time of day are you the most productive? Afternoon, morning, or night? What tasks must you complete each week? What tasks must you complete every day? What daily habits do you want to develop? What does your ideal day look like? Now that question was one of my favorites. So I actually drew, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because it's so bright, but I drew a line and I scripted just a brief couple paragraph. Well, it's really a paragraph. I don't really do indenting or whatever. I just listed out what my ideal day would look like. So I'll go ahead and read it to you. My ideal day: early to rise. I dress for success. Water first, then coffee. I unload the dishes while my coffee brews. Or my husband, because he does that for me sometimes. He's super sweet. Then I have coffee and my morning mindset pages while sitting next to my husband. Then comes movement time, personal development in my ears while I do my 5K every day, or having hubby chats while I do my 5K. Then I get home and it is officially writing time. After my writing time, I wake the babies and homeschooling starts. From 10 to 1, there are no phones. It is all homeschool. Then there's some outside time, more work or videos that I need to get done. I love on my people. dinner and tidying up the house before bed, flossing my teeth, flirting with my husband, and of course, sex, because I'm a person who thinks it's very important and I enjoy sex. So that is what my personal ideal day looks like. But there's other questions that she asks here for you to journal through. Like, what do you need to be more productive and efficient with your time? For me, I need to get up earlier. Can you delegate some of the tasks you don't enjoy to someone else? I hate unloading the dishwasher, and my husband does that on most mornings. So it's great. I mean, there's like a bunch of questions for you to answer. Then on the second sheet, you have daily habits to incorporate into your ideal day routine. And she has self-care habits, work activities, home activities, and family activities. And she's listed some out, and then there's space for you to fill in other ones that are your personal goals. And what she wants you to do in this is write down, is this an AM or a PM type of activity? And so that's great because it just gets you to think through different things that you might want to be doing more of and might not have on your current habit tracker. And then comes your ideal day tracker, which is a full sheet. Hopefully this is showing up. And it's broken down into AM routine, daytime routine, and evening routine. Now, I am a firm believer in make the things work for you in the best way that they can work for you. So just because I use this in a certain way for me, you can see that this is mine. It is not a full sheet of paper because I don't use this bottom part. So I don't pay attention to that at all. But I love that she has it broken down into chunks because you can specifically think, unlike a habit tracker, you can think through, what is my morning routine look like? What is my ideal morning routine? And then daytime, what do I want to accomplish during the day? And then evening. So, and as you can see, what I have done is I went through and filled this whole thing out. And then this is my base for what an ideal day in my mind would look like. And then every month I print a new one out. And this is kind of where I come and I sit, and I might put some that are on my original, but I also might change it up. So this is just kind of as a skeleton for me, because different months for me have different goals and purposes and things like that. I also put up here that this is where, and this is just personal, so this is where I am gonna, where did I write that? Yeah. This is where I track my period and my fertile days that I know that I need to be careful, all of that stuff. So what I would do is mark that on the actual day, like the actual day number. I would mark when I have my periods, and it's great because then I can see how productive I am related to my cycle. And then I will block out the days that are careful days. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some of the things that I have, and if you guys want me to go into more detail on any of these, let me know. So like my morning, that's when I do my work, my writing, these videos. Typically right now it's actually afternoon, but we haven't started homeschooling yet. It's after 1 though. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here. Once we are full-fledged back into homeschooling, I do try to keep my phone off from 10 to 1 because that is our main homeschooling. Those are my main hours for homeschooling. All right, so the first thing I have is dress for success. What that means is I wake up and put my workout clothes on because I want to work out. And I am not going to be staying. I'm usually changed and dressed nicer by the time midday comes. I do have a shirt that technically could be a workout shirt, but it's one that I absolutely love. I'm already showered. I threw on some makeup. I just like to look good when my hubby comes home because all the flirting, all of the wild, sexy marriage stuff. Okay. So dress for success for me is put on the workout clothes. And I found that in tracking it, the days that I don't put on my workout clothes, I tend to not work out. If I come down in my pajamas, I tend to not work out that day. So dress for success, laundry in, dishes out first thing. Morning mindset pages, that's my journaling practice. 5K every day. I have talked about this on Instagram, and it's kind of like a challenge that I am encouraging everyone to do. And if you want to participate, let me know. Maybe I'll do a full video on this in the future. But I've been doing some research because I love to run. And I did some research on running versus walking. Originally, it was because I was doing a run-walk program, and I was trying to find the statistics that I had discovered a couple years ago to share with a friend. Well, in my research, I found that walking actually lowers your cortisol levels. So it is, there's a few things: walking, yoga, strength training. Like there's a bunch of different workouts that will actually lower your cortisol levels. And why that's a benefit to me is because I do struggle with anxiety, and I have found since I've been walking every day, my anxiety has significantly dropped. So my goal is to do a 5K every day. Sometimes I do this with my AirPods in, and I do my personal development while I'm walking. Other times my husband comes with me, and it's a great time for us to chat and hang out. Then after that, I write all the things. That's when I come back in, and I have 1 hour to do all my writing. Then some days I don't write, I do videos. Loving on people. This is answering emails, replying to comments, things like that. Checking Instagram, loving on other people, encouraging other people. Then I have reading time. And after that, I have what I call, or what I wrote as, Rise and Shine dance, which is basically the kids and I used to do a morning dance party every morning when I wake them up, and I've gotten out of the habit of doing that, and so I'm wanting to bring that back in August. Then I have my chunk of homeschooling time, which we will be starting mid-August, back on track with homeschooling. I only have 2 kids I'm homeschooling this year. Last year I only had 2 also, because our oldest is graduated. She's 19. So I have a senior, my daughter's 17, and then I have a 15-year-old boy. So they're both homeschooling here, still at home. Then I do strength training. Strength training is not every day, but that's where I lift weights and all of that. I am a big Beachbody On Demand fan. I do not sell Beachbody. I am not into that whole thing, the whole world. But I do absolutely love their on-demand workout videos, because for $100 a year, like, that's cheaper than a gym membership, and you get all the videos, and you get to do it at home and wear whatever you want. So then I have Love on the Kids, and that just is being intentional to shower them with encouragement. I'm not typically a cuddly person, so that's kind of like a good encouragement for me to be a little touchy-feely. Get outside with the kids. Flirting, and that is specific to whether that's sending a sexy text message to my husband or touching. I just have that on there. This is probably not good for my fountain pen to be in the sun. Okay. Then, and that's my daytime. Then I have my evening routine. So I have cook a healthy dinner, family time, post Insta stories. My goal is to be in bed by 10. So I document what days I'm in bed by 10, which is also great because I have sexy stuff as the last thing, and I can see the nights I was in bed by 10, how that might have affected my desire for intimacy. And sometimes if we stay up too late, we just don't get to enjoy each other like we want. Tidying up before bed, flossing my teeth, and then sexy stuff. So there you have it. Go ahead. The website, I'll post it down below, but the website is momsmallvictories.com. Highly recommend it. It is free. I don't know if I already said that. It is free. And that's the habit tracker that I use. And that's just a few of the things that I have on my habit tracker in case you guys needed ideas or were interested. Okay, I'm officially sweating and probably getting sunburnt, so I am going, and there's a fly around me. I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week, and are enjoying your very own wild, sexy life. Talk with you later. I don't want to drop my pen.